Good evening, everyone. So there's about a 30-second delay in the beginning of every live stream that I do. So only those of you that have watched the replay will be seeing this part. So let me know if and when you guys can hear me and see me. Hello, hello. Yes, we have two taters. There's the other tater. Tater 357, I told you there was another tater. There you are. Good. Glad you can see me. I've got the kettle going, so it's a little bit loud. I got distracted doing dishes, and so I'm not at the computer quite yet. But we'll get there in just a second. I'm making some cordial for dinner. Not dinner. Elderflower cordial for my evening beverage instead of tea. This we've made with our elderflowers here on the farm. Delicious. I actually have so much saved that I don't think I'm going to have to make it again this year. I want to do something different with the elderflowers. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can do. I may even elect to dry some to save it for later. I'm going to put this back in the fridge. For dinner, though, we did have leftover meatballs. I had made meatballs with venison and pork with a mushroom sauce. Delicious. So good. And I put that over potatoes. It's really yummy. So how is everyone? 25 people in here right now. So I go live once to the public, once every quarter. So this is our winter live stream, and I tend to go live 1 week after I post a Q&A video. And that is because we like to do giveaways during our Q&A. And all of those giveaway entries are in, and we're going to go pick the winner using the random comment generator right now, so that everybody in the replay crew, which is most of the views that we get on live streams is replay, we're not wasting everyone's time because the winner is probably going to watch the replay, but it is always fun when the winner is here for the actual live stream. So here we go. Let me know if my sound gets messed up at any point. I don't have my microphone on. I can't figure out how to connect the microphone and my phone at the same time. So, okay, again, I wasn't organized this evening. So we're going to pull up the pickawinner.co is what I use. Pickawinner.co, and it will go through the comments on that video, on my Q&A video, and select a comment at random. So let's see, you are right here. Here's the video. And here's the prize. This is the prize. This is what I talked about during that Q&A video. These are some of our merch bowls. We get these through Sunset Hill Stoneware. I believe they're in Wisconsin. And they are hand thrown and beautiful. This part is obviously done with a machine. It's gorgeous. Sorry, it's backwards. It's because I'm on my phone right now. But imagine that in mirror image. It might be coming through proper for some of you guys, but this is what we're giving away. And to me, I don't care if you live across the pond or anywhere else. I don't have any problem filling out one of those customs forms and getting this over to you. So no matter who you are, as long as you had commented what your favorite animal is, it was an entry to win if you did that. So I'm going to flip you around so you can see my screen. There we go. Here's our random comment picker. This is the URL to that Q&A. We're going to fetch the comments. We're not going to include the replies because that's just me talking back to you guys. And we're going to load the comments. Okay, 267 comments. That's very good. And then we'll pick a winner. Ready? Now the winning comment has to talk about their favorite animal, either on their farm, in their home, in general, or on my farm. Okay, let's see. MJ Homestead. This might be like the one comment. Here we go. I love your videos. You both do such a great job on them. I have a couple of favorite animals that we've had on our farm. The two that share the top #1 spot are goats and pigs. I absolutely love both of these animals. Their babies have to be the cutest animals on earth, except for maybe puppies. Where do you get your large cheese molds? And I did answer that with text. But I get all of my cheese molds from the New England Cheese Making Company. They're awesome. I really like their cheese mold. The only thing with the square mold is that it doesn't quite fit in that spring press that they have. You'd have to use either one of their Dutch presses, or you can modify it to fit. It took a little bit of engineering, but at least I figured it out. So yes, MJ Homestead, congratulations. Are you here? Because I know that you are a frequent flyer of the channel. And if you are not here, that's fine. You don't have to be present to win. Send me an email, SageAndStoneHomestead@gmail.com. And the only thing I need is your shipping address, and I'll get that over to you. Are you in here? I need to blow up the chat because I can't see it on my phone at all. So we can hang out for a little while. I don't have anything to do for the next hour. So if you have questions, put them down below and I will do my best. I just have to pull up the chat so I can see it. Otherwise, I'm doing this at my little tiny phone screen. So I'll put this in live chat so I have everything. Mute myself. Are you guys getting snow? I know that the snow predictions for those of us that are getting snow kind of in the Ohio Valley and in the South, the snow predictions have been all over the place for this weekend. It's because we're not quite at the time where we can really, really tell. Everything is kind of a guess at this point. And I don't know, they've told us anywhere from 1 inch to 12 inches where we are, so we still don't know. When is the goat hayride? Tater. Tater wants a hayride so bad. Am I ready for the big storm? I think so. It depends on if it's going to be big or not. Really, it kind of doesn't matter how much snow we get. They don't maintain the roads here at all. And, well, I say that, but sometimes someone who has a privately owned plow will pass our road like once. So I am going to be getting my feed delivery early. Levi's gonna go get it. I called it a delivery. That's because half the time I don't go down there. He goes to go get it. But I'm gonna do the feed early, and I think I'm going to be getting lots of pine shavings early too, because we are preparing for kidding season. So I need pine shavings. Is Fabi going to be going back on the breeding program? So Fabi, our pet rabbit that is outside now, he's always been in the breeding program. I just haven't used him that much, mostly because he's one of those, it's a little bit inconvenient to bring a doe inside, not super inconvenient because the bucks are just right outside the kitchen door. But usually when I bring a doe inside for Fabi, it's because they have refused all the other boys and he hasn't had a successful fall off and I don't know how long. And his weight might be part of the problem. But also the girls aren't super interested in lifting when I bring them inside anyway. When will you have new merch up on your site? So I'm aiming for around, what did I say? Let me look at the calendar here. It'll be the end of the month. And so Molly is due in a week and a day. Molly's due the 28th. Molly the Nigerian dwarf. And she could deliver really as soon as this weekend during the snowstorm, because that would be what happens, right? But I have 7 hats done, I think. And what I like to do is try to get 10 hats done before I post, before I revamp the website with new listings. So I'm aiming for like the end of the month still, and I don't have an official date. 12 inches of snow is a normal occurrence, says Charles. I mean, I grew up in Maine, and like 12 inches of snow, you could still have school. But not down here. They don't manage the roads like they do up north. Have you dealt with mastitis in goats? Our girl has a mild case and we're having a lot of trouble injecting the antibiotic ointment into her teat using a cow-sized syringe. Is that a Nigerian dwarf? Purple poppy? I have not dealt with mastitis. And, well, I take that back. So a lot of you know that I sold back Clover and Elsa to my mentor this past summer. When Elsa got back to my mentor, she did a mastitis test and Elsa had mastitis on one side, but it was like subclinical. She wasn't showing any kind of signs or symptoms, but her stomatic cell count was pretty high. And it was actually the half of the udder that did have a weepy teat. And so they do say that the weepy or leaky teats can be something that makes them more likely to get mastitis, and I didn't even know she had it. She didn't have any kind of symptoms. My mentor does milk testing on all of her does who are lactating, and with that, she does periodic checks for things like mastitis. And she just happened to check her milk, not because she thought anything was wrong, and there was. She did. She had subclinical mastitis, and I've not had to treat for it. I do have all the stuff. I've got the box of today, the whole thing, and I've got the California mastitis tests and all that. But I don't have experience with trying to get that up in there. I am sorry. I do have plans to list seeds. So I have some more pumpkin seeds. I have some more of the lima beans, and I have some spaghetti squash too. What knitting machine do I use? It's on my bed. It's the Addy. It's the Addy 48, I believe, knitter. And I've got the smaller one too for the scarves, but I really like it. My daughter has the Centro, and that's nice too. They're basically the same machine. It's just one has a counter and the other one doesn't. And my Addy has a little bit better system for like securing it to the table. I like that. Hi, Taylor. Taylor said, I've never made a live. Well, congrats. I tried to blast it out a little bit better than I normally do to hope that people would be able to show up. Do you find it to be true that Nigerian dwarves tend to have more issues in kitting? I'm thinking about Nigerian dwarves, adding them to my herd of Nubians. The only reason that a Nigerian dwarf is harder in that regard is if they need help, they are harder to help because their pelvis is smaller. But if you get genetics that are wide in their back end, in general, they shouldn't have problems. And if they do have problems, they'll be easier to help. But I don't find that they are more needy than the standards. I have had some pretty good rearranges in standards and Nigerians alike. I think if the goats have enough space to move around during kidding, that really helps them be able to put their babies in a good position. And if their kidding space can have something, even just like a cinder block, that they can put their front hooves up on and just sort of, I don't know, work that baby into position, I feel like that's best. And there's less of a chance for problems with tangles. Now that's not a guarantee, because a lot of times babies, like if they're going to come out backwards, they're not flipping if at a certain point. Just like with human babies, it can be very hard to flip a human baby around once they get to a certain size. One of the worst tangles that I've had have been the babies that are trying to come out with their butt and their hocks, their rear end. Like it's huge trying to come out, and it just won't. And so in order to get them out, you have to push them back in and hook their feet so that it streamlines them and they can come out. Oh, Tater's giving away memberships. Thank you, Tater. We've got Brenda back. Yay! I had one goat that got pregnant but never gave milk. Just clear liquid. Have you ever heard of that, Heather? I have not, but I know that there are conditions where that happens, and off the top of my head, I can't remember. One of them is mosquito-borne. So guys, help me out. Do you remember what it is? There's a mosquito-borne illness that can make them not come into milk when they should. Yeah, we got Brenda back. That's good. Right now is a good time to be on the membership because we do live stream the goat births, and that is always fun. I like it because I've got a bunch of people there to talk to and hang out with while I'm waiting for the goat to deliver. It's nice. So I live stream the births for the members, and then I always take a regular YouTube video as well. So there's only been one time that I sort of missed the birth, but at that point, we are also missing it with the live stream, because if I'm not there, I don't know about it, so the live stream isn't on and the camera isn't on, so it's not like you're really missing anything if you're not on the membership, but it is really fun anyway. Oh yeah, and kidding bingo. We do kidding bingo as well. It'll be spring bingo this time. Spring, because my season starts at the end of winter. She gave a gallon of clear fluid. That's bizarre. I've never seen that. I would wonder if it was some kind of mastitis. I know that sometimes mastitis milk It's not necessarily clear, but I've seen it looking yellowy brown, and it's not colostrum. Whatever comes out, it's crazy. But again, I don't have experience with that. It is going to be fun, Charles. It's going to be so fun. Molly's coming up soon. I checked her ligaments this afternoon, still nice and tight. I'll have to look back at Crystal's video. She kidded at Blue Cactus once. Then she kidded at, goodness, our friend's farm. Their names are Misty and James, and I can't remember their farm's name. Breezy Will Acres. Is that it? Yes. They kidded over there once, but Molly, I think, was the goat that delivered outside. Like, she just delivered outside in the cold. The kids were fine, but I don't know how far along she was and if she tends to go over, if she tends to go early. I have to check with them and see. The weather isn't saying spring yet. No, it's not. It's actually just now feeling like actual winter. It's about time. I'm actually considering leaving the greenhouse open for the cold weather that we're getting so that it can kill whatever bugs happen to be hanging out in there. Because there are some. There's quite a few aphids in there. Yeah, Jay and Misty. Thank you. Breezy Willow Acres, Jay and Misty. Oh my goodness. You do have some weird stories. Feral Farm Girl? That's crazy. I've never seen that. Never ever. Tater's funny. What happens in the live streaming goat birth stays in the live streams. Nothing weird happens. Thank goodness. Knock on wood, right? My weather is saying deep winter. Sarah, I forget where you are. Canada. I've got some people in Canada. So anyway, we've got how many people? 76. MJ Homestead was the winner. So if MJ Homestead has come on late, send me an email. You won. You won the little bowl. Congratulations. That's fun. Those are going to be listed when I do the website too. Tasha, hello. Michigan, yeah. Cold. So southwest, you don't get, because the lake effect snow goes east, doesn't it? Or does it come that way too? So I have heard that that is some insane snow over there. Insane. So yeah, I'm thinking about keeping the greenhouse open for these cold temps so that the bugs that are in there have less of a cozy situation. I really don't have much as far as plants in there right now. I've harvested all the broccoli. I do have a little bit of lettuce in bags. I do have the beets in bags, and I do have spinach in bags. But the bags of those, it's fine. If I wanted to, I could move them to the shed. I'm not super worried about it. I'm more worried about the aphid situation in there. And I'm actually planning on putting some bird netting on the side of the greenhouse so that we can stop the birds from getting my seedlings. And that is going to impact the bugs though, because I'm sure the birds do go after bugs as well. So it's kind of like a give and take. But I really don't want those aphids to be a major problem, and I am a little bit worried about it. They say that aphids, if you have a big presence of aphids, it can mean that you have a lot of nitrogen in your soil. And while that I know that that is true, I didn't ever have a large aphid population until I brought in some local mulch from a tree that was mulched up. And I had, you know, occasionally one plant would be run down with them, but this is a lot. And I've never experienced that. So I feel like we've brought a population in that otherwise it wouldn't have been as bad, because I've always used barn clean out and things as a garden amendment, but this has been really intense. Can we see the rabbits? Possibly. We'll see if I go down there. It is 24 right now. So I wasn't sure. I think that the low was supposed to be 27. And so I wasn't going to go down there, but they're going to need water in the barn for sure. So we may go down there. We're supposed to be between -20 and -40 wind chill on Friday in northern Illinois. My goodness. And you know what? That's not super far from here. Illinois is the next state over. And even northern Illinois, it's like an 8-hour drive from me. And so to think about that, that is insane. See, I don't know what our wind chill is going to be. The low tonight where Charles is -20. I know that we're going to see single digits, but see, I haven't looked at wind chill. I'm going to see if my thing will say. Yeah, Fridays our low is 9. Today it was 10. No, next Thursday, high of 17, low of 4, but sunny. So yeah, we're getting into the actual winter, which is good because I was worried that we weren't going to really see much of a winter and that the bug situation was going to be terrible in springtime, because that will happen. We are getting meat rabbits soon, so we have been watching your videos to learn. You mentioned that you don't feed hay. Do you still find that to be a good method? I did say that in my Raising Rabbits series, but I have recently started feeding hay again, mostly because I also don't breed super intensively, and I don't think those two things work well. I think if you breed intensively, which is like breeding the doe back when her kits are 3 to 4 weeks old and keeping her in that cycle of production, then she's not going to gain a ton of weight because her body is going to be going into producing kits and producing milk. But I was breeding a little bit further apart, and I also don't breed during the summer because of the heat here. And that more spaced out breeding and the break that I take in summer just meant that everything that they took in, meat rabbits are designed to put that excess somewhere. And my meat rabbits got very fat. I did put them on diets and it didn't work because I processed some that had been on a diet all summer, and my goodness, they were full of fat. It was awful. And so I do feed hay now, and I actually put it in a little cylinder that I made out of 1" by 2" cage wire. I just wrapped it around itself. I stuff it full of hay, and it keeps the hay off of the floor, stops it from matting up, stops it from going to the bathroom on it, and that has been really nice. That's worked by really well. Did you see Levi scoot by? He's actually working on something for me. Right here. Say hi, Levi.
Hello.
I wasn't sure he heard me, but I've requested another shelf inside the house for me specifically to put homeschool materials on, because my homeschool materials are exploded everywhere. And every day when I go to do school, I'm grabbing things from like 5 different places throughout the house. And I just want something dedicated in the kitchen. You know, it's going to basically extend my countertop too, just a little bit. And I'm real excited. So he's painting that right now. You said it wasn't butcher block. What was it that you bought?
It's called like a workstation top or something. It's pine.
It's pine.
It's a soft wood.
But we're not using it like at a butcher block. It's literally just a countertop. But that was a nice find, a pine type worktop surface. Oh yeah, you guys are just chatting. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. That is what Levi is currently working on. And what's our next outside project? The kids' garden fence, maybe? So we're getting our puppy, hopefully, around, not this weekend because of all the weather, but hopefully next weekend. And with that, we want to block off the kids' garden first thing. And Favy and the other bunny that we have out there, they'll be able to run around there supervised, because we're going to be putting like the 1" by, not 1" by 2", but the 2" by 4" wire, I think, for the kids' garden. And the bunnies can run around there. And I think it'll be fun with supervision. Otherwise, they'll probably jump up in the beds and wreak havoc, I'm sure. Was it Home Depot? They have butcher block type countertops. I want to buy one. It was Lowe's, he said. They may have similar things. They may have similar things. I don't know.
I'm sure Home Depot has a version of it.
Look what I set up today, finally. I've had it for a while. This is my little fruiting chamber for the mushrooms. We've got pink oysters in here. This is lion's mane, which isn't pinning yet. It's a little hard to see because of this thing, the humidifier. There's chestnuts, and then over here is called Black King mushrooms. Isn't that cool? So I've got it inside right now. I was going to put it in the shed, but these particular mushrooms here, they do better if it's like a higher temperature, like 75 degrees. And my overflow shed is not 75 degrees. It is like 60 degrees. And I don't need it to be 75 degrees, so I decided to put that in here for now. The boomer bin, yeah. The boomer bin. So I like it so far. It's only been, a few hours. But it does seem to be, there's a little computer fan on it. It does seem to be regulating itself quite well. The idea was that it could be a little bit more hands off for me, especially when we get into real busy season like kidding season is. Because during kidding season, I'm not only dealing with kidding season, but I have to plant the greenhouse around that time in the middle of February with all the starts, the brassicas and the onions and things. I don't know if I'll put the onions in February. We'll have to see. But yeah, it's busy. And then so if that's just automated, that takes a load off of my brain, and I don't have to worry about managing the mushrooms, but they can still grow. And that's nice because I really love eating mushrooms. That's cool. I want to try them someday when I can afford them. I'm trying to get all my seeds going right now. Seed starting is such a pleasure. I was looking at the seeds today the seedlings that we started, what was it, a month ago? The broccoli and everything, and it's incredible. I was just thinking about it, like there are 30, 32 or 36, I can't remember how many broccoli plants, but that is so much food just started right there. Like all that potential in this little tiny space, it blows my mind. Every time not kidding season, that too. But every time seed starting season comes around, it always blows my mind. Your explosions right now are sewing explosions. It's real hard to keep my fifth wheel tidy. Oh man, I bet. Oh man, I thought I lived in a tiny space. Yeah, when you have a lot going on and you are especially someone who loves things like crafts and cooking, because cooking takes up a bunch of space, all your pots and pans and things and food preservation stuff, man, it takes up a lot of space. Do I do any structured curriculum with preschoolers? The only thing we did during preschool time was teach them how to read. And I used the How to Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons book. And I loved it. If you do use that, I would suggest, like the beginning of the book says, don't miss any days. Do 100 days straight. Do not do that. Do not do that to yourself. Do not do that to your children. It's fine to take a break. They're not going to forget everything they learned if you take a day or two off. Take it from me. Because y'all are going to need a day. Thinking about doing anything for 100 straight days, that you're going to have off days. Please take it. Yeah, please take it. But that's what I did. That's the only thing I did. Teach them how to read. Once they can read, like really the world is your oyster. And they can do a bunch. Actually, goodness, where are they? Right here. See, I need my homeschooling shelf. This is, our 8-year-old is in this right now. It's a level 1 language arts. And he can read really well. He basically 3rd grade reading level. And because of that, a lot of homeschool curriculums essentially tell you what to say to the child. And it's kind of incredible. You do not have to have a teaching background in order to homeschool, because a lot of the curriculums are set up to, they hold your hand, and that's really nice. But because of that, it'll have you ask a question, but it'll also give you the answer on the same page. So I'll have to cover it so that he doesn't see the answer. So that's funny. But yeah, once they can read, that's really the biggest hurdle. And then the rest, I mean, they can really start teaching themselves at that point. Obviously, they can't teach everything to themselves, but they can really take off well. I can't wait to see your new puppy on your videos. I'm excited to have him on the videos. I was looking up like breed specifics for Bernese Mountain Dogs, and it says that they want to be in everything you're doing. And I was like, well, good, because he can come down to the barn with me. He needs to know what a baby goat is and to leave it alone. He needs to know what a baby rabbit is, so he can leave it alone. Like, hopefully, I imagine that there will be some accidents. We're going to try hard to not let that happen by introducing him to these animals when he's young and teaching him not to touch it when he's young, because, baby bunnies apparently hop out of cages sometimes and hop around. That was my fault, leaving the door open. A lot of times they don't. You can kind of walk away and do something and they might stick their head out. But that's the second time a rabbit has just leaked out of the cage while I had a camera running. One time it happened on a member's live stream. I have Flemish giants. They weigh 20 to 40 pounds, and I hate show season. Oh my goodness, 20 to 40 pounds. That's insane. Favy has a little bit of Flemish in him. Favy, our house bunny, who's no longer a house bunny, he's outside. And like I said, last night was 10 degrees for the low. He did great, but he's also fat, so he's very well insulated, and he's getting less pellets now. He's got a hay cylinder in there with him, and we moved him today to a new spot of grass. So he's on a diet so we can trim him up before summer, because it's more summer that I'm worried about with him. He needs to be leaner to handle the summer better. And with the snow and things that we're getting, I think Favy and the other bunny, the kids named him Toothy Cow, the other bunny that's in a hutch, I think we're going to move them back into the rabbitry for the snow, depending on how much we're actually going to get, because their poor little hutches are going to be solid full, I think. And I do have space in the barn right now in order to put them there. I'm going to try getting started with winter sowing this year. That's exciting. I have done a little bit of that in the greenhouse, and it worked well. I did herbs, and it was great. Oh, you've got a Bernie. Yay! My Bernie wants to be with people all the time. That's what the breeder told me too. He's like, they're really people oriented. They really want to be near you. And I said, no problem. I don't go anywhere or do anything. This is what I do. And I have 4 children that would love for a dog to be all up in their business. So it's going to be a good fit. Oh, my elbow's bugging me today, and I don't even know why. I didn't do anything. Not anything strenuous. Don't know. Toothy Cow is like Sausage Jr. with his markings. He is. He looks just like his mama. Hi, Ruse Reg. Welcome to the membership. Ivan's Rabbit. I've had 4 breeds of rabbits: New Zealand Lionhead, Flemish, and Continental Giants, aka the largest and second largest in the world. Which did you prefer? And do you grow them for meat? One of the first rabbits we had, her name was Hagar. She was part Flemish, and we could always tell which kits were hers from the freezer. We would pull out a rabbit for dinner, and you could just look at it and say, this is Hagar's bunny, because the bones were like twice the thickness. They were always really big kits, and because she wasn't full Flemish, the meat to bone ratio wasn't horrific, but we could really tell which ones were hers. It was incredible. Tammy says, you had me laughing when you noticed the bunny. When I was editing, I was trying to figure, you couldn't really see it fall or jump. So I don't know. You could just sort of see, like at my hip, suddenly there was fur there. Bunny he was like, oh man, this is great. And I'm so glad it didn't go like underneath. There's pallets with those huge hay bales on them. There's a big 9-foot long hay bales. There's no way I'm moving them. So we would have to, I guess, set a trap or coax it out somehow. I don't know. But I'm glad we didn't have to deal with that. Learning to know. Hello. Tater Farm is looking for some silver fox for a spring addition to the homestead. There's a lot of silver fox breeders around my area, which is one of the reasons that's what we're moving towards, because it's easy-ish to find replacement stock with that. And clearly they do well in this area, so that's good. That's what I need. Okay, Ivan's Rabbit does shows. And you said you hate show season. Why is that? Oh, am I missing questions? Yeah, Tater's giving a good suggestion. So if you have a question, turn on the caps lock. Chat's not moving super fast, but it's still quite possible that I am missing questions. So don't worry about repeating yourself. Go ahead and do so, because I do miss things. When baby got hungry, it would have come out, I'm sure. The thing is, it would have been underneath all that hay. It would have been wanting for nothing. It would have had a grand time. Oh, I am in live chat, Misty. Thank you. Towards Goat Cookies. Thank you. Original Bat Nerd. Well, I can heart it. Cool. Thank you very much. I think almost all of them are okay with the Amazon Basics animal crackers right now. It took them almost a whole box that I had been giving mostly to. So Elvis liked them. A couple of the Wieners liked them, and like Tizzy. And basically nobody else liked them. Christine likes them. Christine and all of her line liked them. Frenzy likes them because Frenzy will eat anything. But goodness, some of them, that's the reason I started feeding cookies on the stand again, is because some of them were getting hard to coax up onto the stand. Since we started feeding the free choice alfalfa pellets, they could they could take or leave grain. It's kind of crazy. And so I'm like, I need something. I need something that's going to entice them to come up and jump on the stand, because not all of my goats are super well handled. Christine, the La Mancha, actually comes from an abusive home, the home that she had before us. We've had her for 5 years, I think. I think I got her in 2021. It might have been 2022, but I've had her a really long time, but she's still stuck in her ways. And when she gets in her head that she's not coming to the milk stand and that she's scared, she's not coming to the milk stand because she's scared. And so I've gotten to the point with her, because she's been in milk for 2 years at this point, and Frenzy is still nursing. Frenzy's her granddaughter. That baby, she's not a baby. I saw her, I think it was yesterday. Her little tail was wagging and she went to go nurse. And I said, no, ma'am, you are going to be a mother in a month. How about you stop nursing? Your poor grandmother. Anyway, she's not nursing that much because I do get something out of Christine and she does fill up. But anyways, I've just basically decided if she's not going to come up on the stand that day, I don't milk her that day. And she's figured it out. She's figured out that she will not get a cookie and she will not get a taste of grain if she does not come on the stand willingly. And so it's working. My plan is working. No, Frenzy, what did we say? Frenzy needed she needs 2 middle names. I think we did come up with it, but I forgot what it was. We had to put a lock on the top, not because it was necessarily a problem that they were opening the gravity feeder to eat from the top, but they started standing in them, in like the bottom, in order to put their heads around the flapper top and get in there. So like 2 or 3 of them would try to eat, and the weight of them actually broke the rivets out of the bottom of one of the gravity feeders. And I happened to be down there when it happened, and I just heard tsh, and I was like, what is this noise? And it was just alfalfa hitting the ground at rapid pace. And I was like, no. And I lifted the thing back up and I called Levi and I said, Levi, we've got a problem. So he came down and he fixed that, and he immediately put hasps with little clips on top so they can't open it. And if they can't open the top, they're not trying to beat each other to the best spot for the alfalfa, and they're not standing on the feeders. So Bartholomew. Yeah, like Frenzy needs a middle name. She needs one. She needs 2, so I can yell at her when she's being naughty properly. What do you consider your absolute bare minimum kidding kit? A nose sucker? A towel? You might not even need a nose sucker. Some people have said there is a position that you can put the kids in. It's a recovery position, it might be called, where you put them sternal. And look this up because I don't remember it. I'm going to have to look it up too. But you put them sternal and you put their feet some kind of way where it like opens up the chest. And a lot of people will actually take a piece of hay or a piece of straw and tickle, like literally put it up their nose, and that will instinctively make them blow their nose out. So the recovery position and the straw might even take away the need for the nose sucker, but I would hate to want that thing and not have it. So yeah, nose sucker, towel, and then like twine. If you have to go in there and you need a way to hold a leg while you work with your other hand, a piece of strong twine to help you pull would be good. Oh, thank you, Sarah. We've got more gift memberships going out. Thank you. It's fun. The membership is fun. We have a good time. And this is a good month. This is a good month to have a membership, like I said, for the live streams. So as far as the kit, I'll go live for every time someone is in labor for the members. And then also I go live every Saturday for the members. We do this. we talk and then we'll go down to the barn. We can go down to the barn in a little bit since I need to check the goats and bunnies' water. Funny, we just gained 3 degrees. What? It's back up to 27. We can be mid to high 20s and the waters in the barn are not freezing because, it's warm in there. Let's see, in the morning, so we're heating back up. 27, 20, by 2 a.m. it's 31, 4 a.m. it's 35. We'll still go down there and check everyone and make sure we're good. But yeah, it looks like by 8 a.m. it's going to be raining. 10 a.m. 95% chance of rain. Which means that I'll probably have to go put the boys' hay in their barn too, because it's not in there. And my internet, it probably won't reach out there, plus it's dark. But so you guys know that I do have a camera in my barn. It's a Real-Link camera. We can actually, let me pull it up so you can see. I have 2 of them. One of them doesn't hook up to the power supply. Like, it doesn't have a power cord. It needs to either be charged or it has a solar panel. And I couldn't find the solar panel for the longest time. I found it today and I left it out so I don't lose it again. So the boy barn can have a camera now that is solar powered, because the boy barn does not have power. Oops, that's not what I meant to open. Wrong. I was going to show you the girl barn. They might not even be inside. They are not spending a whole ton of time inside unless they have to. Yeah, no one's home. There's no one in there. They're outside, I guess. Look. There's nobody home. So let's see. This one is, I think I can move the other one too. Yeah, no one's here. All gone. This camera moves funny because it's just sitting on like a wire paneling. Yeah, I guess I don't have any goats. The camera is Wi-Fi. We do have Wi-Fi in the barn. I have Wi-Fi in my house and I have a signal booster in the barn. Yep. I have used baby monitors before. The problem with the baby monitors is their reach isn't as good and I can't see the baby monitor. It won't connect basically unless I'm just sitting at the kitchen window. And so that's harder to check babies and mamas at night when I have to run to the kitchen to do it. But I did it for a while. Does Buster stay pretty close to them at night? Buster, he kind of doesn't. I don't think he really hangs out much in the barn at all. I hear him a lot in the front and on the side, kind of where our grow out rabbits are. He does a lot of patrolling of that area. Basically where our property joins with what's not our property. Otherwise, all the other fence lines are goat pasture, but the front and the side are not goat pasture. Do you have a link to the signal booster? This is Corey. Hi, Finny Farm. I know, Corey. The signal booster? Yeah. So the exact one that I have, there's a bunch of them on Amazon. Let me see. I was trying to think. There's one in the shed. And see, I don't know if you just Google signal booster internet, it should come up. I don't see while I'm scrolling. It doesn't pick up the exact one that I have, but I've had it for, what, 2 years at this point? Oh, Misty linked it. Do you see that, Corey? Corey, I got a question. I've been meaning to text you. Can I buy sexed semen for Margie? I meant to ask you. Corey has a fan club. See, I tried to tell him. I was like, Corey, you have a fan club. Your first dose are doing 22 days. We're going to be in the thick of kitten season together. We'll have to send each other pictures. Yeah, can I buy that for Margie? So Corey wants to come do AI on Margie. He's going to do AI on all the Nigies, but I sold the Nigies. And so now it's just Margie, and I'm like, do you still want to come out? And he said he would, but could we make it worth all of our while and do sexed semen? Because I will buy it. Just to ensure that we get does out of Margie, because our clock is taking with her. She's starting to become a senior doe. And oh man, this cordial is so good. I love elderflower cordial. You guys ready to go to the barn? you guys remember the name of the winner? I X'd out of it. We have it. We have it in the replay. Someone might have messaged me on Discord too. My mods know that I'm scatterbrained. But we've got it. MJ Homestead, thank you. Yep, Misty did. Thanks, Misty. Oh, Sparkle Flare. I see. Yeah, MJ Homestead. You guys are a winner. Send me an email. I thought I saw something where you could. I'll try to link it in the Discord if I can. I could be wrong. Thank you, Katie. See, I know who you are. If you don't change your avatar, I can figure you out. They don't sell seed goat semen. Do you mean the sexed goat semen? Dang it, because I was hoping. We're still going to do it, but I was like, can I get it where it's sexed? Because then we could just put those in there. Darn. It sounds like Adrian knows. You've looked it up before. Tater loves his butter swim biscuits. Okay, you guys ready to go check on the goats? And the bunnies, it's cold. I need my jacket, but I know where it is. So that's good. Before we go outside, though, I am going to kick a toy car, because of course. And oh yeah, I want to put a mini La Mancha over Margie. Hopefully with the gopher ears. Okay, this is my bread. Sorry, I forgot to tell you what we're doing. I needed to, I got a little bit extra flour in today's bread. But I set this up before the live stream, and so it's been sitting for almost an hour at this point. I just need to smooth it out before we go outside so it can ferment overnight. This is the sandwich bread. It's got einkorn flour in it, just a little bit. It's about a quarter of the flour. It smells good already. Put that there. And that'll wait for me for morning. I also have leftovers. Those are the meatballs. It's hard to see. Venison and pork. Those are shake and bake. Shake and bake the piggies. They're in there. These go in the fridge if I have space. All right. I found space. Look, I also started sprouts. So that's good. Been needing to happen. And we had the spaghetti squash the other day, but this is the spaghetti squash seed I'll put on the website. There's not very much. That was one spaghetti squash. I've got all the seed I need for the year though. So, okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go. So if you're not on the membership, you're not aware, when we get down to the barn, I have to switch to the barn internet. And it's usually like 10 seconds of the spinning wheel of death, and then I will come back. But the switch over, come on, stand up. The switch over takes a bit. I need to put on my actual boots and then my jacket. I'm sure Buster's going to be waiting for us, so we'll bring him a treat because you know we have to. He knows when I have the camera. This is my phone, but he still knows. Yep. There's a alfalfa in my boot. Do you have a recommendation for a good crank grain mill? I don't. I have not milled my own grains. I do have a little spice mill, and it's not big enough to really do a lot of grains with. But it's something that I will probably get into in the future. Where's my jacket? Right here. Ah! Sorry, you're looking at the ceiling. Okay. We're ready. I'm ready. Real feel is 3 degrees. Oh man. Not here. I don't know what it is, but not 3 degrees. Ooh, we forgot our treat. Oh, we can't do that because we're going to encounter the dog. Buster's by the... He just barked at a car that passed. Buster! Buster! I hear a cat. There he is. Hi, buddy. Hey, sir. Do you want this? We're going to the barn. You gonna come? Come on. Gracious. Oh my goodness. YouTube is blocking goat breeding comments. Figures, right? Okay. So all the girls are outside. I don't know if you can see them, but they are all laying in the grass over here. You can kind of see Missy because she's white. Right there. That's Missy outside. Girls. They've been doing this since feeding the free choice alfalfa pellets. It's like their heaters are on full blast, so they're outside. Hi, Elpis. It's hard to see you. I'm gonna go in the barn. But yeah, everybody's laying here. It's not coming up well. They're all outside. How are you? Y'all don't care. They're just outside. Yep, Molly is out there with them. Okay. Hi, bunnies. Hi, bunnies. I don't want to scare them. Oh, my light is halfway on. That's weird. I guess it was halfway pulled out. Hold on. Doink. There we go. Bunnies. Good morning/afternoon. Hey, sir. How's it going? There's Abraham. He's our retired boy. Jumper has 2 babies. They're back there. Promptly has 5. And also back there. The babies right now are old enough to where it's not a big deal to count them specifically every day. But then there's one of Betos. The other 2 are in there. And then our little Entropian eye baby looks the same. Yeah, you guys do need water, but he's back there. He looks the same. Are we spinning? Are we good? Do we need to switch over? Let me switch over. Can you see me now? I switched over. Some people, it doesn't switch as smoothly. But I switched over now. Girls. So yeah, they have gotten up and are going to join us in the barn. I'll turn the light on out here too. Yay, that was a good switch. I'm going to turn the light on in the barn. All right. Hey, girls. Who's hacking? Gail. Okay. Woof, how we doing? So there's Christine, Missy, Tori, Shindy. More of them. Here's Red. Hey, girl. Red is looking very blonde lately. Very blonde. Hey, is it you hacking? Hacking up along? Look at her. Frenzy. You're not going to go nurse off of Grandma, are you? No. She's going to go eat pellets. See what we had to do? There was just pellets raining down onto the ground. Tizzy. Not too shabby. What do we say for Tizzy? The 9th or the 7th? Something like that. It's the due date. Hi, Gail. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Oh, if you just got bumped by your sister. She's jealous. Yes. Red is eternally jealous. Hey, Alpie. What you doing? She's like, do you have cookies? I do not have cookies. Look. Sorry, girls. The cat just ran. We had a cat run. Did you see her? Frenzy. Girl. She was nursing on her grandmother. You are going to be a mother in a month. You're going to be a mother in a month. Can you not? Poor grandma. Yeah. Did that cat scare you guys? Look at this pig. She is not a fan of me turning on the light in the evening. Chloe! Chloe, there's way more people now. There's way more people. Can you say hi? Chloe! You hear all the birds. Chloe! I can never get her to come out. I love you, Chloe. Chloe. She's just like, oink. She wants me to turn the light off. We will. We will. I need to give water to the bunnies. I need to check their water too. Their hay is good. Margie, you like that scratcher, girl? It's a good one. Tater and Miss Heather sent 2 new scratchers. And the girls got one and Chloe got one, but she doesn't use it, so I think I'm going to move it. Unless we're getting a new piggy around Valentine's Day. So if the new piggy, our feeder pig for the year, likes it, I'll leave it. Were you about to push her off the scratcher? How rude. Hi, Winnie. Why do you look scared? Is Christine being a big fat meanie? Why do you look scared? Was the cat out there? Is that the cat you're looking at? Is he out there? I don't know. You look scared. What's wrong? Did the cat scare you? It was our long-haired cat, Colby. He ran real fast out of here. But yeah, I've got their fountains off. I can usually turn them on. If we're getting about 28, I can leave them on, but don't forget about the bucks. Hey, thank you. You guys know I'm so forgetful. The internet's not going to reach out there, so I'm going to do that once we're done. Hey, Spunko, how you doing? Spunky and the boys. Oof. Hi. Good evening. I did not bring cookies. Hey, girl. Spunky's getting chunky. Yes, you are. Spunky rhymes with chunky. You should rig a fabric canopy so the lights don't affect her when they come on for the regular checks. Yeah, she does have a light right above her bed. We could always unplug it too. It's a plug that goes to, or a cord that goes to a outlet in the ceiling. That's all that light is. We could unplug it. Hey boy, you're so cute. You really are. You're so cute. Say hello. Yes. So the boys are friendly. They're friendly through the fence. When I go in there, they run. They scatter, all of them, all 3 of them. So, you guys cold. Yeah. I know it probably is the cookies Spunky's been eating. Look at this one. That is not cookies. That is something else, girl. You be nice. Oh, you guys. Y'all are getting jealous. Oh, Gail. Well, you don't normally act like that. Hello. Stormy shoved her. Oh, gracious. Gail's been doing great. She hates it when I touch her ears, but Gail has like the biggest mini La Mancha ears. I know they don't look like it. There's a ton of cartilage in these ears. You be nice. They will bite ears. You be nice. They know they don't have horns, and so they bite. And they're jealous. Stormy, be nice. Be nice. I see you. She's coming for that ear. Mm-mm. You be nice. I'm gonna check your water, okay? Look at her. Rude. Oh, goodness. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're ready. We're ready for water. Now, where do I put you guys so they don't eat you? Is there anywhere safe? I don't know. I don't have my phone stand. Elvis, what should I do with the people? What should I do with them? Gail already wants to eat the phone. All right, let's see what happens. Gail immediately wants to eat you. Okay, hold on. Be nice to her. Be nice to her. If you fall, I'll save you. Christine, don't touch it. Don't touch it, Christine. Don't touch it. Get off of it. You're going to close out of the live stream. Did you see your nose? Okay. I need to go get more water. Frenzy. That's making her stand in the feeder. That was a bad idea because I don't want them standing in the feeder. Okay. Listen, I gotta get water, but it's dark out here. I was gonna leave the people with you. Can I do that? I don't want them to put my phone behind this pallet either. Frenzy, leave them alone, okay? You leave them alone. Don't touch it. You hear me? Frenzy! Ah! She almost reported someone. Girl! No! It's Frenzy being silly. Yeah, it's Frenzy. She does look like Elvis in the dark. That is her mama after all. Sometimes when I go out this door, I will lose the internet, so I'm gonna run real fast. All right, Frenzy? See, she does need a middle name. She's trying to report you guys. So if she blocked anybody, that was the goat. It wasn't me. Watch out, girl. Coming through. Coming through. Okay. Put y'all right there. Don't touch it. Don't touch it, Red. You guys are the worst. No. Okay, we're good. We're good. They're only trying to sabotage a little bit. I should have known better to not come out with my clip, because then I could clip you up there and they can't reach you. I'll touch it if I want to. That's exactly what they said. I couldn't even pour the bucket in there. They're so smart. They're like, what is this? Okay, one more bucket full. We'll see. Hopefully no spinning wheel of death. But I don't want them closing out of the live stream. You can see it, you can hear it. My fingers are falling off. It's cold. Especially touching the water. Beautiful clear sky. Did anyone see the aurora last night? I'm so mad at myself I did not set an alarm. But I don't know if we're supposed to be getting any more tonight. I need to check the forecast. You can Google like Aurora forecast and it will give you a 30-minute forecast. Oh, did you guys see it? You didn't think to look. Well, there might, I don't know if there'll be more tonight. I don't know. It might be weaker if there is any. Watch out, baby. Christine is in the way. Okay. And then I need to grab the watering can for the bunnies. Okay. Yep. It's a little blurry. Maybe we got goat slime on the lens. No, there we go. We've got Jen in the house. I'm gonna go get the watering can for the bunnies. You guys still have water. Yeah, I see yours. Theirs is liquid. Hey. I know, I hear you. You need hay too? Yeah, did you run out of hay? All right. I have that. What? He's got such a cute little voice. Heather, you're always such a busy lady. Yeah. I was just telling someone that because fall was so warm, it feels like winter is so short. You know, obviously the seasons come on a specific day. Like winter starts on, what is it, December 21st? It feels like winter's like 3 weeks long. Because for me, busy season starts when kidding season starts, which is in a week and a day. And I feel like I had 2.5 weeks of downtime. And it's my fault because I took advantage of the warm weather to do things outside. Like I actually prepped some of the garden that I never prepped this early. So this hay is very densely packed and it's not moldy, but it is a little dusty. And I don't know if it's because it's so dense or what, but it takes a lot to pull apart. Here we go. This one's coming off pretty good. For the wieners. Okay. I think I've been pulling off this one big bale for 5 weeks, something like that, and I still have a little bit left. There you go. That'll last tonight. I don't have cookies. He's like, this is not what I want. Too bad. They're getting to about the size where I can move them in with the big boys. And then I'll tape Winnie and put Spunky back out with her. Oh, yay! See, Morgan, forgot you're doing the live tonight. Just stumbled across. I'm glad you came. Have you finished the raised beds for the lane? It's going to be so nice. I have not. I was actually going to put my husband up to that when he's done with the homeschooling shelf that he's doing. Okay, yay, I do have, and there's probably still water in this too. My watering can, and it does have water, which is great. All right, my hands are like, the fingers are dead. Dead cold. How you doing, sir? There's Abraham. So in the cold weather, we're gonna pull Favy back into here. He has 2 resting mats for his big size, and then we'll put Toothy Cow up there for, it's not necessarily the cold, but the snow, depending on how deep it's gonna be. All right, I'll top them off, and then in the morning, I'll switch them out for these bowls that are upside down. Yep. Hey guys. And then this is Dumpling, who is still on this side of the freezer. And then Sausage. I need to rebreed Sausage and Bow. Here, you guys want the rest of this so it doesn't freeze in here tonight? It might not. Spunky's cold. Spunky's cold. A girl. Home Free Alaska. Hey! How are you? Spunky says hi. I don't have cookies, my girl. She's cold. She's just like Chloe. She's like, hello, put me back. Tuck me back in. Put me back in bed. She wants her snuggle buddies back. You're nosy. You're a lot. I'm glad you're doing good over there. How was the aurora by you? I bet you that was incredible. Covering the whole sky. Hey, girls. You're so cute, Spunk. See how we've got everybody tucked in? I need to put the boys' hay back in because it's going to be raining by morning. If it's going to rain in the morning, I like to shut this little half door too. A lot of times this door, it doesn't really matter if I shut it unless it's springtime, because the springtime weather comes from the south and it will just blow rain into the barn. But I'll close it anyway because who knows. Because of the cold weather coming, it's probably blowing from the north, which is the other side. Obviously, opposite south. And the north side of the barn is already closed up. There's no openings or anything. Hey, Frenzo. You're a good girl. I gotta go mess with the boys' hay. I gotta go put the boys' hay in their barn. I gotta go wrestle the stinky boys and put their hay in the barn. I do. Mountains and Mayhem. Hello. All right. You girls good? They're good. Look at the kidding stall. I just need some more bedding and it's ready to go. You ready to go to bed too? She's like, yeah. Good night, Chloe. We love you. Good night, Chloe. Good night, Chloe girl. I know everyone's like, I made it. Well, we're about to go, I think. We're about to go, but this will be up for the replay. We've got a little chat before we came down to the barn and said goodnight to the girls. We're gonna rain in the morning, so I've got to go put the boys' hay in their barn. And usually, if I switch my internet to the barn, that doesn't do so bad. But if I try to go back in the house and switch to the house internet, it does not pick back up. So this is where we will end it, because we will not be able to get it back. I don't know what the problem is, but it doesn't go that direction well anymore. It used to be okay. But yeah. So, congratulations, MJ Homestead, for winning the giveaway this season. We'll have another one in springtime. I'll do a Q&A question call on the community tab, and then we'll do a live stream a week later. And it'll be fun. So yeah, if you're thinking about joining the membership, there's a join button underneath the live stream. There should be, or in the description of all the videos, there's also a link. And February is a good time for that because we do live stream all the go births. And that's really fun. I think it's really fun. So, anywho, I'm going to go. You guys all have a good night. Stay warm wherever you are, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, stay cool. Everyone just stay comfortable. Okay? And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Good night, guys.